So Bishop Giffen is like, hey, let's look and be more ecumenical. Because if you look in the continuum, except for the UECNA, if you look in the continuum, everybody's Anglo-Catholic. And who's more Catholic than the other? And Bishop Giffen is like, we're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Let's be a little more broad church. Let's look at doing different, prayer books and allowing that. Allowing a little bit of difference. Like what England used to be. If you go to England now, you can see Anglo-Catholics, low churchmen, broad churchmen, all within a same diocese. Well, continuum, they run away from that like the hair's on fire for some reason. I'm an Anglo-Catholic. Father Glore here, he's evangelical. We get along fine. My first bishop outside the continuum was a Reformed Episcopal Church bishop who was so Reformed, he taught at Reformed Theological Seminary. Our first meeting, we sat down, we talked. He said, let's hash it out. We hashed it out. He got up and walked around the table, hugged me, and said, let's go win souls for Christ. And he was the bishop that I gauge all my prior bishops, even the Anglo-Catholic ones, against him because he was such a good bishop. And our churchmanship was different. Our theology on the core values were exactly the same as some of the other ones. We differed. And there was no problem. There was no problem with that.
I think most people are hungry for orthodoxy. And there's a tolerance level of different types of churchmanship that your average seeker is looking for in 2025. But the one thing they're not willing to compromise on is that core orthodoxy.
Yeah. Well, that's, and if you look, the UECNA and the Anglican Catholic Church, us, APEC, what do we all agree on that core orthodoxy? We may disagree on how we express it, but that orthodox core is there. The creeds, the councils, the scriptures, that's all there. Now, UECA may add you have to believe the 39 articles, which Continuum don't. But then the Continuum said we have to follow the affirmation of St. Louis, or
one narrow interpretation of the affirmation of
St. Louis, or the Quattrell of Chicago back in the 1870s. And people are like, what are these things? Are they necessary? No. I mean, what's necessary? What's the core? And now you can say that about all Christians. Even across the street, St. Mary's. What are the core beliefs of St. Mary's? They are exactly the core beliefs here at St. Charles. The problem we come into is men, people, and what we add to it. If we all would just stay with the core, that's what Bishop Giffen saying, stay with the core.